we'd have more luck playing pick-up sticks with our butt cheeks than we will getting a podcast out of here before daybreak.
I get the impression that's a war film.
Oh, I was going to say heist film.
I wouldn't say either of those.
Oh, okay.
I've heard it. I can't remember where it is though.
It must have been the way. It must have been the way I delivered it rather than anything else.
Is it said usually a bit quicker than that?
Well, in case you can't hear, I'm struggling with my voice a little bit at the moment,
Right.
because of illness, and I'm not sure I can give this the sort of values it needs.
Is there like a
high pitched
Chris Tucker character?
No, it is not. No, that's not the reason. I'm just being quite monotone in the way that I talk.
So it's not heist and it's not a war film.
No, far from it.
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy.
Yeah.
Quicker than we can get out of here. Is that what they said at the end?
We'd have more luck playing pick-up sticks with our butt cheeks than we will with getting a podcast out of here before daybreak.
Are they trying to record something or make something or get something finished?
Well, yeah.
And they're not stealing anything.
No,
Do you want to work out what I've replaced
Yeah.
podcast with?
Yeah.
So we'd have more luck playing pick-up sticks with our butt cheeks.
Yeah.
That's the humorous bit.
Yeah.
Than we will getting a out of here before daybreak.
Delivery?
No.
Email?
No.
I've got car, but it's not.
You are right. You're on the right idea. We're in
You can't.
transportation.
Oh, is it Gone in 60 Seconds?
No, it's not.
No, 'cause it's not a comedy.
I didn't say it was a car. I said it was
Bus.
transportation.
Getting a bus out of here.
No.
Ship? Plane?
Oh, it's not that word, but it's flight.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
No,
Is it Home Alone?
It's not Home Alone.
it's not
okay.
Jurassic Park.
Not Jurassic Park.
Not one of those.
Something where
they're trying to
someone
get out
can't get a
somewhere.
flight. Is that right? They can't get a flight. So,
George
I think you
Clooney.
pretty much mentioned all the words of this film
Snakes on
in
a plane.
different orders.
I don't know.
Is it all about a flight?
Tomorrow.
No, that
All
sounds
about
obvious.
a flight.
Is it about someone that flies a lot?
Well,
Day after tomorrow.
it's about transportation.
And it's a flight, not a train.
Con Air.
It's a comedy, right? Like
Con Air is quite funny.
Yeah, unintentionally. Yeah.
Someone on a plane
it's a comedy about.
flying.
I feel like we
No, I
Jeremy
didn't-
thinks
I
we
didn't-
should get
I
there.
didn't
but we're not.
exclusively say flying.
You said flight.
No, I said that was the word, but I said the film is about transportation.
Oh, planes, trains, and automobiles.
Correct. Right.
There we go.
If you focus on the words, you'll get there quicker than just shouting Con Air at me, the well-known comedy, or anything like that.
It's quite funny.
Well, anyway, well done for getting there in 3 minutes. But
Who said it? Was it John Candy or was it?
it was Dale Griffith, played by
Right.
John Candy in that
Okay.
film. Absolutely.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. And I do feel like we'd have more luck playing pick-up sticks with our butt cheeks than you guessing that. But there
Yeah.
we go. Okay, so I'll move on quickly. Welcome back to
Nice.
all the listeners. This is our 25th of the normal podcast, as I'll call them these days. Closing in on that year.
A quarter of the way through the list after this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so on that, we mentioned over the last couple of weeks that we wanted listeners to perhaps give us one for after doing a year. We'd do one. So have you had any requests for any top 5 films from any of our listeners?
Not yet.
Dominic?
Not yet, no.
Okay, but I have.
Oh, good.
Oh, there we
I
go.
have
There we go.
got-
That was going to be a bad.
Somebody is
Yeah.
listening.
So there's a couple that I need to check.
Mm-hmm.
I've got.
couple.
That's
good, yeah.
somebody's given quite a few,
Oh, okay.
which is a good thing to do.
Someone accosted him and just went, right, these, you need to do these. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Is that what happened?
I mean, I'm not going to say he didn't give me a list of them, but I have had a couple of people say
Cool.
Nice,
that
okay.
person's not by themselves. So, based on a TV show or death/chase sequences that's come up, but I think,
Based on a death sequence.
yeah,
A film based on a death sequence.
we're not like based that has like a memorable death sequence, I
Right,
imagine. So they came up, but I think there's something very similar to that in some of our
Might
things.
be.
So I need to cross-reference them, but also an anniversary in a film.
Oh.
Because obviously it is
It's
an
an
anniversary.
Okay, yeah.
And then I
not
had
a
a
bad
quick
one.
chat with
It's
that
not a bad one.
person. I couldn't think of any, but there must be. anniversaries in films, like wedding anniversaries or things like that are mentioned.
Well, an anniversary is just a celebration of a year. That's quite broad.
Oh, right.
Well, you can't have Christmas.
No, but you can have a birthday. That is an anniversary
Of birth.
of birth.
Well, I suppose.
No, I wouldn't say that.
That's loosely using it.
Wow.
I think I'd take New Year's over birthday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, so I need to vet the list as to whether they're acceptable or not. But we've got
Some suggestions
we've
already.
got a couple of weeks.
Will we like some more?
Yes, we would love some more. If you want to get in touch with us, at Top 5 Films That, or you can literally knock into us and say, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
If you know us, don't come and stalk us out. That would be a bit weird.
I'm sure Jack from work will definitely give me some when he's back from holiday.
Oh, has Dominic got a new friend at work?
No,
I'd just like to mention I've got a friend called Jack, and he's
Just
at work. Hi, Jack.
Give him a call out. There we go. Yeah.
Double call out now.
Yeah.
He's like part of the family. If Matthew does it, go on.
Do what? Hi, Jack.
Oh,
Here we go.
regular
There we
feature.
go.
Hi, Jack.
Right, there we go.
Yeah. Hi, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Oh, that's
Jack?
almost good. Oh, he has just hijacked this.
That's
but
a
there you
feature.
go.
Right.
All right. Well, let's leave that there and let's move on.
Time for our weekly Hi, Jack.
Name the next one of the quiz rounds. So you've got to try and think something based around that.
Right.
Well, I won't have to think because I'll be winning on the extras.
Okay.
Obviously, if you're listening, I'll be winning, and then
So.
somebody else will have to do the quiz.
There
But
we go.
So listen in next week if you want to hear me win.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Did you say so?
You don't have to listen in, Matthew. You'll be there when I beat you.
Okay.
So, how did we randomly pick this? I
This
love
week.
this. This is almost like the on the spot question.
I'm pretty sure it was an NFL themed
It was. I
selection.
picked.
You picked the Falcons, and the first
I thought it
person
was
that
the
scored
Ravens, Falcons, yeah.
Okay.
was the number 6, the kicker. And I can't remember his name.
No, that's fine.
He's got one job to do. That's what I don't know,
He
isn't it?
does have one job to do. Yeah.
No, not the kicker, Matthew.
Oh, right. That's my one job.
Yeah. But before we crack on with what we picked, Dominic actually come up with an icebreaker this week, and you weren't very positive about your own icebreaker when you gave it to us.
You're very negative about the idea. You went, I've got an idea. It's rubbish. I don't like it. It's,
No,
it's
I
probably
said
not
I'm
very
I'm
good.
not very good at these. That's what I said. I didn't give myself too much.
So Dominic came up with and gave us a little icebreaker of, in any film, which character, job or career would you enjoy the most and why? And then he sort of second guessed himself and said, which film character has the most appealing job / career and why?
I gave you two options of how to say it.
Okay.
That's what
And
I
I've
did.
used both of them.
There we go.
Yeah.
I haven't thought of any.
Was yours the
No,
accountant?
No. Surprisingly, I probably wouldn't choose
No?
that job.
Okay.
No.
Well, you might really like your job.
Yeah, maybe you do.
Matthew picked a teacher.
I did.
No, you did not.
I did. Of course
No,
I
you
did.
didn't. Jack Black.
Oh, come on.
But you did. Go on, you got to go first now.
I thought it'd be really good to actually work at Hogwarts. I know it's not a real one.
Oh, okay.
As a teacher, it doesn't look like they do particularly much pastoral care there. They seem to just teach, turn up, and when
The
they
whole
give a
thing's
house
about
point,
pastoral care.
they wave it. They wave a little wand and go, "You got house point done." Don't have to put it into a system. No one's filling out reports. I don't hear any
Well,
reports.
what you don't know is, because they've got magic,
That's what I mean.
they've been doing AI for ages.
Yeah, it's
They've
easy.
been like, write
They
the
don't need
reports. I can magic this fake teacher up who's going to take my lesson now.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Ghost. Ghost does it.
What ghost?
Professor Binns. He's covering my lesson. History teacher. He's a ghost. He just comes through the wall. Also,
Professor Binns.
Is that
Is that a real character?
yeah, he teaches history and magic.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't
this.
know
I
this.
don't know this yet.
I thought you were playing some
No.
play on words here. Where's he really been?
He
Yeah.
sat down one day, died, and then just got up as a ghost to go teach his lessons and didn't notice. Should read the book.
The book.
Yeah.
Singular, or is he in
The
one?
the book that bit's in.
He's only in one.
Okay.
No, he's in a couple of them. He's in quite a
okay,
few.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
He teaches all the time.
This is a film podcast, not a book podcast. Go on.
Yeah.
Okay,
anyway,
so Matthew picked
well, that
fictional teacher.
I thought that
I
was
think you're pretty good at that already, Matthew.
fictional teacher. Thanks.
I've never actually seen you teach.
No, you haven't.
I don't want to either. Dominic,
Yeah.
did you come up with something non-finance related?
I did. I came up with a kind of like a.
Oh dear.
No. I was thinking like outside the box. I'm not thinking like standard job. I was thinking,
Packing job.
No. I would like to, if I could, be some sort of spy, of course. So I was thinking like an Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible.
Right, yeah.
Or
I see you more as what's the
here
film
we
in
go.
The Office?
In The Office, Michael Scarn.
Yeah, Michael Scar.
Yeah.
Or I don't know where this came from, but this one kind of inspired it. I'd like to be Sully from Monsters Inc. Literally just scare people for a job.
But he doesn't anymore.
No, not anymore. In the film he does. For the majority until the end.
That's quite a transitional job then, because you're going to change from doing one thing to another.
No, his job at the beginning is scaring people.
And that's what you want to do.
You can't
scare
fix
people.
it in time.
enjoy. Yeah, getting paid to just scare people.
You can't fix it in time.
Do they get paid?
Oh, I want to do that job but never move.
Well, obviously, because he lives in a nice apartment.
Well, you don't know what kind of society they live in. Maybe
No, I'm
everyone
not
just
sure
has
I
to
was
have a job.
going to get drilled on particulars on this, but yeah.
It might be like a communist paradise where everyone just gets given a job and therefore you have a
Matthew's
house.
got dark quick here, hasn't he?
Spy, that James Bond would be pretty cool, to be fair. Just working with
Ignoring me. Yep.
Yeah, working with the government. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I did
rewarding.
I did have Assassin down on my list because Assassin seems to live, other than the killing bit,
I was going to say Hitman, but
the
I think
rest
that's
of
a bit,
it, the rest of it seems quite plush.
Hold on, the two of you have basically picked Assassin and Hitmen.
Well, not that part of the job. It's the lifestyle they seem to lead afterwards.
Hold on. So now Dominic asked a question where you're going to pick apart a job and say, I'll do that bit but not that bit. I'm not sure that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
What was your choice, Jim?
No, I still want to pick out on this how dark my brothers are
It's
at
not
the
dark.
moment.
They seem to live a jet-setting lifestyle.
Hold on.
First class flights
Dominic's
everywhere.
James Bond over here and he gets beaten up nearly all the time.
I mean, yeah, once a year, and whenever he releases,
Once a year.
he's not.
Yeah,
he's pretty good
that's
most of the time. He's also he's trained.
He's got nice clothes.
Yeah,
Has a good budget at his job.
He just spends what he wants. And
he spends what he wants.
Okay.
I want another
jet
Aston
sets.
Martin. Go for it, mate.
I couldn't think of a film where someone just goes around the world and just
Around the world in 80 days?
no, because I'm not going in like boats or anything
What
like
about
that.
Up in the Air? George Clooney.
No, because he doesn't enjoy it. It's not much fun what he does.
No, but
He does it to go fire people.
The
Doesn't
other
he?
woman likes it.
Right.
Anyway, sorry,
You
go
have
on,
lost me massively.
Well, when he jet setting. If I
Okay.
could go and just like review hotels and things like that, that'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? But there's no film that does that. But yeah.
Ocean's 13, but it doesn't work out very well for him.
Anyway,
Okay.
sorry.
I think
hotel
we've lost
reviewer.
half of our listeners in this conversation.
I think they're shouting their answers. I don't
Okay.
know. Jeremy, we haven't heard your answer.
Yeah, he hasn't got
Your
one, has he?
thrilling answer.
It's
Yeah.
not thrilling now, is
Yeah,
it?
no.
I put Brad Pitt in Moneyball.
Yeah, I thought
I'd just like to be
I was
a-
going to go sports.
I'd just be like director. He's the
Director
general
of sport
director
somewhere.
of it. Yeah. Be in charge. Just pull the strings.
baseball.
Yeah, I'm all right with baseball. Yeah.
I don't think he minds what sport it is.
If you choose which sport, what would it be?
No, and I like the statistics part of it as well. It's interesting.
So not
to me.
so Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, I was about to say.
No, I don't want to
than-
be Jonah Hill because he hasn't got the power.
He has.
No.
He does. He has the algorithm.
I'm more than happy to have people who work under me who are more intelligent than me, but I get the credit for.
I didn't think anyone was more intelligent than you, Jim.
Well, that's why I haven't found this job yet.
So you just want to control loads of people.
Mm-hmm.
So King's Speech. There we go.
Yeah,
wouldn't
be a
it?
king.
Be
I
a
don't want to be
king.
the king.
President.
Why? President, yeah.
Be president.
That's not
No,
fun,
that's too much.
is it?
That doesn't
That's
look
too
like
much.
fun.
No,
You're right,
that
that
doesn't
doesn't
look
look like fun.
I don't want to be that.
If anything, vice president. You don't have to
No,
make any of the big decisions.
Yeah, but vice
Right,
president
stop
does a lot of
twisting
work.
each other. Let's move on. I'm completely lost with this feature already.
Right.
I'm not.
Dominic's
I've
not
enjoyed
allowed.
that.
I almost wanted to say Dominic's not allowed to make icebreakers anymore, but it saves me doing it every so often.
We'll be inundated this week with people telling us jobs in movies they want to do.
It's
Please
a good
do.
one. It's a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
see, I'm
Well
impressed with myself now. Go on, Karen.
Okay, so when we pick this random number 6,
Correct.
top 5 films that have a badly cast role.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about how you have inferred this.
Oh, this has been the hardest one for me.
Fact.
For an absolute mile.
I have
mean-
really struggled.
So I instantly was like, oh, this must be quite
You
easy.
said you had 2 before we left.
I did. And it's
Have they
based
made
on
your
one
list?
thing. They have.
There is
Okay.
only 2.
But mate, I think this is quite easy for people that read a lot, and those films are made into, and those books are made into films, because Harry Potter being one of them. Just to say a little bit, and always just goes, oh, that's not right, and I'm sitting there going, I've not read the book, so I'm enjoying the film. So
But that's because people read a book and have a preconceived idea of what they think it's going to be.
That is true.
I heard an author this week say he wrote a book with a certain actor in mind, but then had to shake it off halfway through because that's a really weird way of doing it.
Mm.
But I guess, Matthew, you're probably the biggest reader, especially of fictional stuff, out of us three.
Probably out of us three. That doesn't mean I'm a big reader.
No, true. But I
don't tend to read fiction. I like reading about weird
non-fiction
stuff. Well, I know about the real world, but yeah.
But yeah, so that's why I found it difficult, because I was just sitting there going, who do I think, like, if I'm watching a film and I enjoy it, I don't really sit there and think there's any real standout people. So I've not got a big list. It was quite difficult to find them.
What about you, Jim?
Yeah, I struggled as well. I don't have a huge list because what I try to eradicate is roles that I don't think are necessary, because that's not badly cast. That's the character is unnecessary.
Yeah.
So it has to be specific to that person is not the right person to play that role.
Correct.
And that's very hard, especially when you're going through films. I might as well have just gone through all the films I've ever watched and said, yep. No, there were like 2 that instantly came to me. And then the more I think about it, I slowly got a few more. But I'm with you on, I don't have a huge amount of films that I could pick between.
No.
And some of those films are not good films generally anyway.
I got about 30 that I had to choose from.
Wow. I can't wait for you to hear this.
What were your thoughts on it then?
So I tried to think, is there a film that I enjoyed? Because you're right. I was trying not to just go down, it's a bad film.
Yeah.
It's very easy to do that. But I tried to go down the role of films I actually enjoyed, but I did not like someone in it.
I didn't have enough of those, I don't think.
And I couldn't.
No.
And quite often you're not sure why you don't like them.
Yeah, agreed. It's just like they just don't fit.
So some of them didn't fit. And there was a couple that in particular jumped straight out to me.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yep.
I'll just add in, I found it impossible to guess for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
because that's so specific. But let's go. Let's crack in.
I'd like to add, just a final note, my top 5, my 5 to 1 goes based on how much that particular role or people or person impacted how much I enjoyed the film.
Good one. Mine. Yes, I'm on that. Actually, I'll go with that. I'll go with that for the list as well.
I agree with you. My
order.
films are not in order of likeness of the film in any way. It's to do with the
miscasting.
Yes, the miscasting and the impacts. Yeah, I agree.
Who's going first then?
I'll go first.
Okay. Oh, go on then, Dominic.
So mine is actually, I know I said I don't read much, but my one's first.
Give us a year.
I'm just going to say.
I reckon we can have some clashes here.
I don't think we are.
I think we will.
2012.
Okay, got one of those.
12.
No, keep going.
2 hours 10.
Hang on. Yes. It's not a 12 though. I got a different rating.
Oh, okay, and then 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I got exactly the same. It's in number 5, interestingly. So
both your number 5s you think are the same?
Yeah, I reckon they are.
It's what did yours say? PG-13. Did yours say PG-13?
It said 15.
And Matthew, is yours a book?
Action mystery thriller.
Yes, action mystery thriller, and yes, was a book.
What?
I don't want. I want to give one more clue, but
I'll give the director.
Is now a.
Have you got the director?
Is now.
Yes, it's the same. It's the same.
I'm sorry. What?
And also, it's not number 5 as well, so we can
both
go
our
for
number
it.
5s. Yeah. So it's Jim. It's you, number 5.
What?
Is yours says 15? I see mine didn't.
Mine said 15. Yeah.
Hold on. I thought you said it's both your number 5s.
Yeah, it is both our number 5. So we're
do
going to
it
keep
now.
going.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, sorry.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you. I'll give Jeremy a clue. There's a good scene in a bar with a quote.
Yeah.
A girl walks up to this person,
Jack,
and says, "Hi, Jack." She doesn't say hi, Jack.
No.
No, she walks up to this
Jack
guy.
Is Jack the main character?
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
Okay. So this is quite a popular decision for people to be miscast.
Yes. Must be.
Yeah.
Especially based on the TV series that now is
correct. Yes.
Right. So you're talking about Jack Reacher.
We are talking about Jack Reacher.
See,
which one? The first film?
Yes.
Yes, agreed.
I thoroughly enjoyed this film.
Me too.
But I now, obviously, given that he's meant to be a 6'6" hunk of.
Does that matter if you didn't read the book, Dom?
I think it does.
It does in the sense that I think looking back, that's how I've done this one. So That's what I mean. I enjoyed the film, thoroughly enjoyed the film, and I don't think it impacted it too much. But knowing that, I think it's badly cast in a sense that he's my size. He's 5'6".
I think it's very clear that he's not massive as well.
But they haven't used like camera tricks, perspective
They've
tricks.
not done Lord of the Rings on it.
No.
There's a scene where he beats up 5 or 6 guys,
and they're bigger.
And it feels like, to be honest with you, it just feels a bit like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible has beaten up 5 guys.
He's very good in it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good in it. I think actually having had a TV series where you've got an actual beast of a guy that is the right massive, sort of size and
the
type.
Way the way he acts, his kind of demeanour
is a bit more stoic, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very introvert, and then just very keeps himself to himself kind of thing. It's just
I think
moody.
Tom Cruise is possibly too. I don't know if he's too famous, because the whole point of Jack Reacher is that he's.
Is he not too polished as well?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think.
Do you know what I mean? Like he takes care of himself. He looks after himself. He wants to be looking good.
I think the problem is it's Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise,
and you know him for that. Yeah.
So it's difficult to place him anywhere else. Although, as Dom said, the film's really good. It's good fun.
But the film fits his profile.
Werner Herzog as a baddie is hilarious. It's brilliant.
But it fits his profile. He's generally action, stunts.
Yeah. But I'm not sure I believe that he's this huge military trained guy who was a Navy SEAL or what have you.
Yeah, I get that.
That doesn't quite sit, especially as I also think he was possibly slightly old for it, because he must have been in his 40s at the time.
Yeah, late 40s.
And I feel that it was a bit old for that as well.
Okay, well, you both agreed on something. Is that your first agree?
Whatever.
I think so, probably, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And at the same number.
yeah. That's my number 5 too.
So we'll take the order to be Dom, Matt, then me then.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, my number 5. 1961.
Oh, good God.
1961. No, I've not got that.
Surprisingly, that doesn't even hit my radar, no.
PG. 1 hour 55.
Disney.
The Apartment.
It's not a Disney.
Okay. Carry on.
Apartment.
No.
Don't even know what that is.
It's a film from about 1960, 61.
Yeah. Go on, Jeremy, sorry.
It's the last...
anyway, this film got 7.6.
It's very good.
Yeah, romance, drama, comedy.
Rom-com.
Drama, comedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
A 60s rom-com. Oh, hang on. Is this badly cast because it's massively racist?
Yes. I weirdly got there. I weirdly got there, though, because my memory of another character was that it wasn't a great person.
Is that the miscast role, or do you think that there's a couple of miscast roles?
No, I think there's a couple, but I have picked the one you're talking about.
Right.
So do you want to tell Matthew? Do you want to tell Dominic the film?
I'm pretty sure it's Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah, which I know we've all seen because we've seen together.
Yes.
Outdoor cinema.
The Chinese guy.
Right,
yes.
So Mickey Rooney plays Mr. Yunioshi.
Mm-hmm. Japanese.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Asian. Let me just clarify.
He's Japanese. Now, I could have easily have done Short Circuit because of this as well.
Yes.
But it is so prominent in the first 10 minutes that you could literally switch off this film thinking this is ridiculous and then never see the rest of the film because of this role.
What is his role? Where is he in the role?
He's in the apartment above.
Is he?
Something like that? Or the owner of the flats or something?
Yeah, he's on the top floor. But if you need a Japanese person, just pick a Japanese person.
Yeah, some of mine follow that.
But I also don't understand why it has to be Japanese. But
I don't know. I wonder if it was a stereotype of people that owned apartment blocks.
Penthouses.
Maybe that's missed on me. The other character was the doc that comes in, the old guy that she's married to. I felt him incredibly difficult wooden in terms of acting as well. That's where I first went, and then I was like, no, Mickey Rooney is probably worse than that.
Well, so in Breakfast at Tiffany's, this was on my list of honorable mentions because is it Holly Golightly? Am I remembering the name right?
What is that? Her,
that's her name. I'm pretty sure that's her name.
That's Audrey Hepburn's character name.
So she's not supposed to be quite as... So Audrey Hepburn is a very refined actress.
Yeah.
And I don't think the role's supposed to be. I think she's supposed to be slightly rough around the edges and a bit ditzy and a bit...
But she definitely comes across as ditzy. I don't know how you can say that's not the case. She's almost delusional in that respect.
I don't know. I sort of feel she feels a bit like an influencer in this, where she's someone that's like good looking, gets what she wants from guys.
Is that how you read it? I read
that
it
is how I read it. Yeah.
See, I read it as she's a bit of a lone maverick. She is just a bit of an oddball and has her party's like an oddball party.
Yeah, but I don't think she's oddball enough. I think it's Audrey Hepburn. She's classic good looks kind of person, as opposed to a manic dream pixie girl, as they would call them these days.
Yeah, but it comes across to me as if she dresses fancy even though she's not.
That's what I think it's that, yeah.
So she's trying to be something that she's not.
Yeah.
Because then you never... These people don't know where she lives.
I don't think she's awkward enough with it. I think that's what's missing.
Okay. She's in a small apartment.
I'm agreeing with the fact there's a miscast in there, and I'm not disagreeing with the one you've chosen. I completely agree.
Yeah.
I just think there's a miscast there as well, or a slight one.
That's 3 people we've mentioned that I could understand. I think she's quite iconic in what it is, though.
Agreed.
I think if you don't have her... Where does that film go? Like, I couldn't think of somebody to replace her for that. But then that's because it's iconic.
It's also not in our in our time, in our area of time. Like who would?
You're right. I was not around in 1961.
No, me neither.
But there you go. There's my number 5.
Very nice. So it's Dominic back to Dom again. Right, we're going to share a number 4 again.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Always confident on that.
Yeah, he's a little bit too confident.
2012.
Right.
It's 12A, 2 hours 7 minutes, 6.1 out of 10.
2012, right?
Okay, so nothing on that. It's
no, not sprung anything.
It's I'm not sure I agree with it's romance sci-fi thriller. It says here.
Which order would you put it in then?
Sci-fi romance.
Yeah, I don't know what order that would go in really.
Okay,
but those are the yeah.
Well, okay, so sci-fi, space.
No.
Technology.
No.
Superheroes.
Nearer.
Is the miscast person male or female?
Male. And it's purely because of a terrible accent that they're doing. That is the only thing I can... Anyway, so it's...
Did we talk about this the other week?
I don't think so.
A South African accent?
No.
Okay.
It didn't put me off the film enough. I love that film.
Can we guess the accent then? Australian?
No.
Scottish?
Yes.
Oh.
There's a lot of them. But yeah, this one in particular.
There's a lot of them.
This is
pretending to be Scottish.
There's a twist. This film is a twist / variation on a 1937 animated film.
It's not animated though. Or is it animated?
No, sorry, it's pretty...
This one's not animated.
This one's not animated, no.
Sci-fi romance is throwing me if it's not space.
Only because there's a romantic couple, and then the sci-fi is more kind of powers and...
Oh, is it paranormal?
Yeah, to a certain degree, yeah.
Okay.
It's based off a Disney film.
So it's from Treasure Island or something?
No, it's a twist kind of variation on it.
Hold on, we're talking like a reimagining, live reimagining.
Yeah, yes, pretty much, yeah. So I can tell you some of the...
We've only got so many.
Scottish. Brave.
No, but that's the thing. It's so unnecessary. That's why I think it's a mess.
It's not Mike Myers.
No.
He does Scottish very well.
So the person is Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth does the Scottish accent.
Doesn't. But yeah, attempts it.
I'm absolutely bewildered.
This is the one that instantly came to me because I remember it just wound me up the entire time.
Scottish, I don't know what it is then.
So
I don't think I've seen it.
Set in Scotland?
No.
Oh.
Charlize Theron. Kristen Stewart.
Is it Snow White?
Snow White and the Huntsman, yeah.
Do you know what? I had that in my list as well.
But
what
I have a different reason. Not for Chris Hemsworth.
I've got her,
a lot of people don't like her really. As well.
Yeah, I've got her as just being an absolute... She is not the fairest of them all.
Well, right.
Either. This
was the problem I thought. Hang on, you've got Kristen Stewart and Charlize Theron. And Charlize Theron in this looks knockout.
Absolutely stunning. Yeah.
And then you've got the mirrors telling her that Kristen Stewart is
going to be the fairest.
Is the fairest of them all, and you're like,
you can get past that, Matthew, because people like different people for different reasons.
But I'm just thinking, if you
the wooden acting, I would argue, is a better one.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I kind of went for definitely she's in it, but mine is the fact that Chris Hemsworth does this appalling. I can't even I can probably do a better Scottish accent than he can. But
can you try it now?
But no. But the first thing,
say curly whirly.
Once again, it comes back to Jem's point. Why does he need to be Scottish?
What is it? Because it's an English fairy tale.
Yeah, but Charlize Theron's American in it.
Maybe he thought it was going to be good.
It baffles me, but then I just think it's badly cast in the fact that if you just get a Scotsman, get like a Gerard Butler to play it. If you want a Scottish accent, if that means that much
Gerard
to you.
Butler
Or Billy Connolly.
No, because he plays an Irishman, and I love you, man. I love you, whatever it is. P.S. I love you, but he's not. He's Scottish.
Yeah, he's Scottish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he does accents very well.
Yeah, see? But I just think that just put me off the entire thing, knowing that he's an Aussie, and he just did this
Or they could have got
awful. And like, to the point where it's like, I don't know what you're saying. And it means nothing for you to be Scottish in this film.
So could he have just been English?
Yeah,
Maybe he can't do an English accent.
It would have been perfectly cast if you were looking for a big, hunky guy that's the huntsman that's lives in the dark forest or something. But they then just cast him with a Scottish accent, and I'm just sitting there thinking,
is it because he lives in a different place of their world and he has to?
Yeah, Australia would have been enough.
Yeah, true. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, so that's my reasoning. It's kind of it was a bit of both.
What
of her
rating
and
does
him.
that film get?
6.1.
That's about
It was
right.
at the time. It was actually it was a half decent film.
It was
Like, it was
reasonably
really
popular.
good. Like,
Isn't there
Shall we
two of them?
yeah, Winter War is the second one with Emily Blunt.
Not Kristen Stewart.
No, she's in. I think they're both in it,
Right.
but she's the white queen rather than the dark.
I
Dark
can't
green.
remember. I get those two mixed up.
And
Charlize Theron, and yeah, it's got a lot of
that
CGI.
one
And it's really,
and
it was
Mirror
really good.
Mirror. Get them
Yeah.
all confused.
Yeah.
And which one?
Mirror Mirror. The one with Julie Roberts.
Oh, I don't even know that one.
I don't. No,
Yeah, I must
you've
have
lost
seen
me.
it.
I've seen both of them. I couldn't tell the difference
yeah.
between them. They look the
But
same.
That one is purely based on
His
a
accent.
poor accent,
Right.
and the fact that you don't need to cast someone
Who can't do
it.
that accent?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Absolutely
Well, the
ridiculous.
accent didn't need to be there, did it?
No.
Is that what you're saying? Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, no, but he's right. If they wanted a Scottish accent,
Oh, I see
Yeah,
what you mean.
they've cast the wrong
They
person.
have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's badly cast. There we go. There's my number 4.
Nice.
My number 4.
Yeah, let's do it.
2006.
Oh,
No, I don't have it. No.
PG-13.
Okay.
I don't normally find PG-13s. They're either PGs or not. So PG-13, 2 hours, 29 minutes.
Ooh, that's long.
That is long. And I'm slightly surprised, 6.6 on IMDb. See, I thought it was okay, the film. I
Mhm.
reasonably enjoyed it. It's a mystery thriller.
2006
Mhm.
mystery thriller.
It is based on a book,
Okay.
which I had read before the film came out, and I couldn't put the main character with the actor. It just didn't hit for me at all.
Do other people like this film?
Other people like the film, yeah. The book's very popular.
Is it a single book on its own, or is it?
No, it's a series of books. It's sort of it can be a book on its own, but the character exists in about 3 or 4 books. It's a very easy read. If you like reading chapters, you can read like 12 chapters in 12 pages. There's like 1 page a chapter for the books.
Is it a kid's book?
It's not a kid's book, no. Shall I read you the names of some of the characters?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
do.
I think so. Yeah.
Lord Teabing.
Oh no.
No. Silas the monk.
Not
No.
Silas the virus.
No, not Silas the
okay.
virus. So Lord Teabing, Silas, who is an albino monk, actually. Sophie Neveu, and the character who is miscast is Robert Langdon.
Robert Langdon. Why do I know that name?
Because
Because it's been in a film in 2006.
No. Ugh. As in, it's memorable.
it is.
Is it? So what was that? What was it? Sorry, it's not. It was.
It's a mystery thriller.
Thriller. Nothing else.
You've definitely seen it. There's no way you haven't. It opens with a murder in the Louvre in Paris.
And Matthew is
standing-
comedy
doing-
posing as if
doing a
everyone can
chalk
hear
outline.
it. Yeah,
A
a
chalk
chalk outline of one hand up, one hand down, sideways.
There's a murder in the Louvre.
Yeah, the
There's a death in the family.
well, so Sophie Neveu, played by Audrey Tautou. I don't
Don't
have
know
a
who
problem
it is.
with that role. She was in Amelie.
Is it Da
yeah.
Vinci Code?
It is the Da Vinci Code.
Okay.
Ah, Tom Hanks.
It's Tom Hanks.
I thought it was going more comedic the way Matthew was posing, but yeah.
No, sorry, I was just No, I can't put Tom Hanks in the Robert Langdon role. Again, I think the Robert Langdon from the book for me was younger, and I think a bit more suave. I think perhaps I'm not saying that Tom Hanks isn't. I just think there's something about him that is a little bit more down to earth, and a slightly less sophisticated in the book. in the film.
This is one of those where I don't see a problem with it because I haven't read the book.
That might be the case.
The fact is, if you haven't read the book, and I haven't read the book as well, Tom Hanks is the selling feature of that film.
Yeah, he is.
So I believe this is exactly what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Matthew has more of details of what that person should be like.
Well, I think so. Somewhere I couldn't really tell you. It's just I've read it differently. I didn't see him as the way he looked. Yeah, and the way he acted. There's also slight action in there. And for some reason, Tom Hanks in an action film,
Yeah,
like it's sort of
that.
actiony, even though it's not really
I
action.
suppose in the film he's just running a lot. To be fair,
Yeah, that's
but
right.
even that, I find he's quite an awkward runner, isn't
Tom
he?
Hanks not a runner, is he? You don't see him in films thinking, he needs to.
Well,
run.
he does in Forrest Gump.
He does in Forrest
Yeah,
Gump.
he does a lot of
That's true. He's a lot younger then, though.
Yeah, he is a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't quite I don't get it.
But it's one of those things, isn't it? Because when I was doing all of this, I was thinking, I couldn't tell you who would be good for this role.
No,
That's not what it's asked.
I know,
though.
but that's the point. I was
do
part
think
of me
that,
was
though.
thinking it.
You
I was
do think
like,
that.
but I know what you mean. If it just doesn't hit, it doesn't match.
Doesn't hit for me. Doesn't hit for me. No.
There we go.
Oh, that makes sense.
Mm.
Right, on to my 4.
Yeah, on to your number 4.
2021.
That's quite new.
12A.
No.
2 hours 7.
No.
Great.
6.6.
Okay.
So same as Da Vinci Code.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
In rating.
Quest, action, adventure, comedy, fantasy.
Quest.
It was the first thing. I was like, I haven't seen that before. I'm putting that in.
There's a couple of different places for those.
What year? 2021.
2021. Quest,
Yeah.
action, comedy. Mm-hmm. Not
Yeah.
sci-fi though.
No?
Quest.
I'm thinking. So it's like a.
It's in Indiana Jones.
Is it
you're
like
on the right sort
is
of
it like a
genre.
Jumanji thing?
Yeah, again, you're very close.
Not The Rock. Then it's not Dwayne Johnson. It's something.
Was it Dwayne Johnson's miscast?
He's not the miscast.
Oh, he's
River
in it, though.
Cruise.
River Cruise, right? It's
I've
not
not
River Cruise. It's Jungle Cruise.
Oh, is
Right,
it Jack-
I've not
is
seen
it
this.
Jack,
Right.
Oh my word! Yeah, I'll give you that one straight away. Jack Whitehall.
Right. There is something about Jack Whitehall in films that I just can't get,
No.
Well, he's not a film actor, is he?
and that's my point.
He'd give me another one now. I could have put on my list.
Clifford the Big Red
Yeah.
Dog,
Why
because
has he
his
got an
accent's
American
terrible in that as
Yeah.
well. But they keep casting him as if he's going to click at some point, and he's just not a film actor.
He's a fool in all these films as well. Understand, because that's
He's
all
not really a TV actor. When you watch him in like Fresh Meat, or
He is the worst of those casts, for sure.
it doesn't feel like a real person. He feels
But
like a
he
character.
lowers
See,
the
in
standard.
Fresh Meat, I think he's playing people he knows, so it's easier for him. But when he has to play a role which is
Agree. Yeah.
something different, it just doesn't work for me. And I think he just gets picked because Emily Blunt is good at this, and she's British,
Oh, I see.
and so they need a British person. But I don't understand why that has to be the case.
No.
It could be
With a very strong British accent. There's a very, very particular type of British accent.
It's old.
no, but
old
he
British.
goes
Yeah.
thick into it as well, like
I 100%
over the top.
I agree. If he wasn't in it, I wouldn't miss him.
And it's an action. It's got action in it.
Yep.
That's not him. And basically, during the action, he is always standing somewhere moaning,
Looking like a fool.
and
Yeah.
you just think you could have cast somebody better, like somebody who actually
Just
has a
anyone,
bit more
yeah.
comedic timing would probably be great,
I'd
or
say-
abilities.
Okay, well, I'd have thought he'd have had comedic timing,
No,
but he
No,
doesn't
not in
seem
a
to
film.
have. He doesn't have film.
Gravitas.
Yes,
He's-
that's the word.
He's
Thank
like
you.
he's making jokes with his mates in the film. Like it's as if.
Well,
I don't know.
it's almost
not
like
professional.
a side commentary.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
I
almost what it comes across when he acts.
agree. I completely agree on that one. Yeah.
It's like they've cut away, and he's like, "Oh, and this is the bit where we did this," and you're like, "Oh, okay,
He's on the director's commentary just in person.
yeah."
Right.
I just don't believe anything he does in terms of acting.
He doesn't do much for a reason as well.
He's not a character actor. He can play himself,
Yeah, he
which is
is.
what he is doing.
In
Mm.
everything.
In all his
Yeah.
series, he's playing a version of himself. There is acting involved in that. Don't get me wrong. He's not playing 100% himself. He's playing a ramped up version of that. But when you ask him to play a character, I just can't believe it.
It's the same in Clifford, actually.
Yeah.
He just plays him again. He's just him in an American accent.
But it's not believable.
No.
Yeah, that was the other one that I also went to and was like,
That's a
it just annoys me.
I've not seen either of them.
You haven't seen Clifford the Big Red Dog?
I have not. No.
Oh, don't bother.
Okay, I won't then.
Even John Cleese doesn't come out of that very well.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Fair enough.
But yes, no, I agree on that one. Yeah.
Can I just say we've got through 5s and 4s. We've not had to use a tagline. We've not had to use a quote, and that's mainly because I found it very difficult to pick that in some of these films.
Oh, I didn't know enough. Yeah, sometimes.
Well, I think the thing is, if you've got a miscast role, you don't really enjoy it enough to want to keep going back to it so that it's memorable.
No.
And in fact, the thing that's memorable to you is probably that you didn't really like something about it, or you didn't connect with that actor.
On Jungle Cruise, I wondered, what the heck do Americans think about Jack Whitehall? Like, he hasn't got another go, has he?
But maybe they like it. Maybe that works elsewhere else. Maybe that works around the world.
Is that what they think we as British people all are?
Well, it's a caricature, right? So caricatures and stereotypes exist because that's what people compartmentalize themselves into their heads.
Yeah.
So maybe it does work for a different audience.
Just a pompous idiot is what he plays.
Yeah. So that's what I wondered. I wonder if
Interesting.
part of this is because I'm British.
Might be.
And I think, don't portray us like that. That was my Jack Whitehall acting, by the way.
It's better.
No,
thanks very much.
Dom, your number 3 then.
My number 3, right. Also 2021.
Ooh.
15. 2 hours 38.
That's quite long.
Wow. 6.6 out of 10.
Oh, no, that's 6.6.
Yeah, that's why I thought maybe just had the same one.
Averages happening today.
Biography, crime, drama.
Of course it is.
Biography. Is it like a gangster crime?
No. It's. I can.
It's based on a true story.
Yeah, I can see people, but there's a lot of like revenge, murder, betrayal. But it's about a true story. Yeah.
With revenge, murder, and betrayal in it.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh. It's set in America. Set in the States.
Settle around kind of Europe mainly.
Okay.
But it's a worldwide. Yeah. So.
Biography set in. Is it set during the war?
At one point,
I had set during the war.
No.
Okay.
Is it set recently?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's set at the beginning of like an international fashion family. There we go. That's my clue.
Is it Gucci? House of Gucci?
It is House of Gucci. Yes.
Again, not seen it.
No, I've not seen this. Tell me more.
Who do you not like in it?
All of them, by the sounds of it.
I least like Jared Leto. He ruins that film for me because I know he plays Paolo Gucci, who is meant to be the kooky brother who just has.
Well, that sounds like Jared Leto,
who has no idea, and I think he might play that quite well, but he has an awfully like the accent becomes to a point where it's like it's too much. It's just too much, Jared. Like, just calm down.
Is it like an Italian accent?
It's high pitched, and he's just an absolute fool. And I think he ruins the film. I think it's comedic, and I don't think it should be, because the whole film is that obviously Lady Gaga's character, Patricia Reggiani, is coming into that family and pretty much just betraying them. That's what I'm going to say. But
is it worth?
He's not going to spoil it.
No, he's not. This is good because this is one of the films I wanted to watch,
so
but never got around to.
It's long, and it takes a while to get into. But all of the accent, like Al Pacino's accent, is pretty much the same accent as it's like any European accent. I don't think it's very good.
So are they playing Italians?
They're playing the Italian Gucci family, yes.
And they're playing it with a faux Italian accent, speaking English.
Yes.
And that would annoy me.
That'd annoy me.
And
that
it's
sounds
not
slightly annoying.
Good enough. And Lady Gaga is the only thing that pulls it together.
So should they have just gone straight with speaking in American accents and just be done with the Italian side of it?
I think so, yeah, because I don't think there's not enough in there. And I said, like, when you hear Jared Leto's voice, I don't know if that's how he sounded, but to me, it just sounds like
maybe
they've gone to him just be an absolute douchebag.
So he might have played that role absolutely perfectly.
Yeah, but I just think there's something about it, and I just think his Italian accent just makes me laugh. It's another accent. It's another accent film for me, but I just feel like they could have got someone else who's better,
who's Italian,
and just Because based on the scenes that I'm thinking about, he shouldn't be as funny as he is how I feel.
So with the names that you've just mentioned, it very much sounds to me that again is the selling point.
But
Whereas
Adam Driver's in it as well.
Adam
right?
Driver, Al Pacino.
Whereas
Lady Gaga,
Matthew's
Jeremy
point,
Irons,
you could have made it an Italian cast.
Or just done away with the accent completely.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
that's
accents
difficult
can
to
be-
get your head around, though.
But I think accents can be problematic in that sense. It's not like if it's based on, I don't know, speaking Russian, you don't have to have them with this thick Russian accent speaking English.
No, true.
Why not just have them English? Like Death of Stalin, for example, where they just all speak with their normal accents. Some are American, some are English, some are like Liverpudlian, some are whatever. And it does work because you ignore the fact that they're all over the place. You just know they're from Russia.
Yeah, okay.
You don't have to be reminded every time they speak.
But it's a whole film of accents because Lady Gaga's kind of, I'm pretty sure she's Russian
Oh, okay.
in it as well.
She's got
If she's not, if she's meant to be Italian, that's not worked either. But I'm pretty sure, she's from like a...
Okay.
Oh, you're going to watch it now then, Matthew?
It's
I
good
want
to see the
watch
family story.
It
but
sounds long though.
It is long. 2 hours 38.
It sounds like a double sit.
A double nighter.
Yeah,
Does
it
it?
is.
Does. Yeah.
I think Lady Gaga is very good in it.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
number 3.
Right, and my number 3 is 2005.
Okay.
PG. 1 hour 46, which is the shortest of all my films.
Mm-hmm.
This week, 5.7 on IMDb.
That is pretty bad.
Action, adventure, fantasy, sci-fi.
Okay. 2005.
I mean, that could be anything.
Yep.
It is one of a set of movies. It has been revamped about 3 times. I'm pretty sure it's being revamped again next year. So I think this was the first big version of the film, and I think it's been revamped once, twice, maybe 3 times since, either with sort of prequels.
But when I was going to say
This might be prequels. I haven't seen any of the others because, to be honest with you, this sort of put me off wanting to watch it. There was a sequel to this version.
of course, it's all coded now.
It is
isn't
very
it? You're going to have to
coded.
give us a little bit more.
Okay.
Female or male?
It's
The
a male
baddie.
character.
Okay.
Goody.
Are they the main character?
They are one of 4 main characters. Maybe 5 if you include the
Oh,
baddie.
hang on. Is it? No, is it? It's not superhero based.
It is superhero based.
Is there? And there's 4 of them. Is that a
There is
big number?
4 of them.
Is it
yeah.
fantastic?
It is very fantastic, although it's not really. And I believe the miscast character is Reed Richards, the Mr. Fantastic of the group. Because I just...
You're
one's this?
talking
Hang
of
on, hang
the
on.
Jessica
I'm talking
Alba
the Jessica Alba
version.
I think his name's... Is it Ewan? With
Yeah.
an IOAN? Ewan Griffith.
Griffith, isn't it?
I think Johnny Storm, Chris Evans was actually cast really well.
Yeah.
I think Ben Grimm as the Thing, cast really well. Jessica Alba, not that fast. Fine. That's not a problem with Sue Storm. But for some reason, Reed Richards is supposed to be, I think he's supposed to be,
Intelligent?
really intelligent,
Yeah.
really sort of a leader.
Yeah.
And the Mr. Fantastic in this, he comes across as a drip. He comes
does.
across as not very clever. He comes
A
across
very
as
stretchy drip.
a bumbling, clumsy muppet is what he comes across. And I think that's possibly, I think it's down to the casting. He doesn't see, I would expect him to have a big chiseled jaw and be reasonably strong looking. And for some reason, I think the stretchiness doesn't help. But I think he comes across as a bit, I think the movie was a bit flat. And I think that was one of the things that really put me off it, was the way he didn't seem like a leader of that group at all.
I can't remember that one as well.
Do you think the revamp, and you're right, it is another revamp,
It is another
and
revamp.
it is in a
Alternate universe?
alternate universe.
Yeah.
With Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Von Doom, right? Which feels strange.
Oh, there's another one, isn't there?
That's the one I'm talking about. This is the one.
That will be in the same thing.
What about
There is one before
Miles
that, though.
Teller?
Oh yeah, Miles Teller's has happened. That's been scrapped. That's never concluding. Michael B. Jordan.
That was also quite poor.
Mara
But yes.
Rooney, was it?
I don't know.
Who's the?
Yeah, I
Mm.
think
know.
it is. And Billy Elliot as
what's his name? Jamie
Jamie Bell.
Bell.
Jamie
That's it.
Bell.
There
I
you go.
think. Yeah, but that one, take that one out. But the new one, the character you're talking about,
Yes, Reed Richards.
Yeah, do you know who it is?
No, who is it?
Pedro Pascal,
Okay, well, possibly.
the Mandalorian.
Not sure about that.
He's stronger, I'll give you
He
that.
is
I
stronger.
quite like John Krasinski when he
Right, now, John Krasinski, spot on.
Plays
I
the
think he
alternative,
plays
yeah.
it absolutely spot on.
I think but
Because he's likeable and he's... I don't know
But
what
he
it is
is a
about
bit
John.
of a buffoon as well.
Not when he acted in it, not when you saw him in the roles in whatever films, whichever versions of the Marvel films he was in with it. I don't
He's
think
in
he
for
was.
about 2 seconds.
you see him
Yes.
Jack Ryan, he's pretty good.
But that's what I mean. He didn't seem like a
Okay.
buffoon in that. I thought
Yeah,
he
no,
was believable.
I completely understand what you're saying about that Reed Richards.
I'm not sure about Pedro Pascal. I know you said that, but I thought I'll wait and see.
Yeah, wait and see. See how they do him. See how he plays it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I didn't really get it. I thought the film was all right. I thought the film was okay. It was a bit flat. I think that's what I said.
It's fine for that time of superhero
I
film.
was
I
about
think
to say,
so,
That's
yeah.
what I was exactly going to say.
because
yeah.
it's the same as all the others of the 2000s. They're all very comical.
Yeah, slightly cheesy.
Who was
Yeah.
the bad guy? Was the bad guy the guy from Nip
Nip
Tuck?
Tuck. Yeah, Julian McMahon.
Yeah,
I
it
think his
was.
name was.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I thought
He
he
had
was
good
good. He
reference,
was.
Tom.
He was quite good.
Was
I
it?
knew you were a Nip Tuck watcher.
Yeah.
I watched
I
that a lot.
used to love Nip
love
Tuck.
that. Yeah, carry on, yeah.
Some people are like, "What the heck is that?" Look
Go
it
watch
up.
it. Go watch it. It's
Plastic
brilliant.
surgery. That's
Yeah.
Probably more
Plastic surgery,
appropriate
serial
than
killers.
ever. Yeah.
Yes.
Plastic surgery and serial killers. Brilliant.
Anyway.
There you go.
Anyway, that was good.
And Nymphomaniacs.
Yes, and
Yeah,
that's
carry
right.
on.
Yeah.
All right.
Fantastic Four, the 2005 version. Droopy leader. Don't like it much.
What else has he been in?
I was trying to think of that because I
I've got his
can't actually
face.
place him in anything else.
No, he has been in stuff,
He has.
but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
I'm gonna have to look that up in a bit, but yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
That was his biggest role,
It might
and
have
he
been
flopped it.
It definitely was. Anyway,
Mm.
yeah, okay, fair enough. That was
Okay.
your number
3.
3. Jem, your number 3.
My number 3. Right, I'll be honest. I went between 2 people in this film,
Mm-hmm.
but I've settled on one.
Okay.
You can do 2.
Mm-hmm. If it's the same film,
Same film,
Why
but there's
not?
both badly cast
Just
roles.
one in-
But,
one
but
more than the
one,
other.
but one
Okay,
more
fine,
than
fine,
the other
fine.
in my head.
Please mention the other one though.
Yeah, I would do.
go for it.
2024,
Oh, blimey.
Go on. I've got one of those.
12A.
What, this year? 2024, like from this year?
That's normally how years work.
12A.
I'm just checking that he hasn't miswritten it down or something.
12A, carry on, yeah.
Yeah, go
1 hour 52.
Okay.
5.6.
on. Okay. that
My
doesn't
first
that
question
well.
is, when did you watch it? When it first came out?
I mean, I didn't queue up for the 12 o'clock performance, if that's what you're asking
No,
for.
did you see it in the cinema or did you wait for it to come out?
I did see it in the cinema.
Oh, he's only been to about 3 films. in the
That's
cinema
what I
this
mean,
year.
That's what I'm trying to think. Go on, yeah, go on. Carry on. What's the
So,
genre?
hold on. Because you'll get there quicker than I think otherwise.
Yeah, we'll get there quite quickly.
So,
12A.
I went and saw this film, and
On your own.
no, with my wife.
Okay.
The problem I've got with this is I couldn't even tell you who this person was, and it doesn't stand up. I couldn't tell you what they look like when I recap the film, and so they don't have the gravitas that they need for that role.
You tell me
Okay.
you don't remember them being in the film.
No. Well, now you've said that, I don't remember them verbally saying any of the lines that I would expect them to say. I can't remember it.
Do you know if we've seen it? It's we being
I don't
Nath
think
or
I
Nath.
don't think you have.
Either of us.
No.
Okay.
And if I tell you the
What's the name?
genres,
Oh, go on.
you'll get it.
Is it an animation?
No.
Give
Okay.
us. Will we know about the names of the people?
Oh, absolutely.
Please, to do one of those. Then. What's the badly cast?
No, that's too easy.
What's the secondary
Hold
badly
on.
cast person then?
Yeah.
Pop musical teen comedy.
Pop musical teen comedy.
That's a genre.
Oh my! I can't think of anything.
Mean Girls.
Correct.
Well, I've not seen it.
Right.
That shocks me.
But
Well, I'd like the original.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
want to
true.
ruin it.
yeah, but it's different. You've got to accept that
No,
it
I get
was it
Well,
was a stage show that went around the States and was very popular, and they turned it into the musical, and it is different. Okay. But when you think of the main characters, Katie Heron, Andrew E. Rice, who's out of Spider-Man.
Andrew Riseborough. Who you say? Who did you say? was it?
Andrew E. Rice.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah.
Who's that?
She's the blonde girl out of Spider-Man. She plays Katie Heron.
Caddy.
Caddy, sorry.
Sorry.
Then you got Renee Rapp, who plays Regina George. And then you have to have people that stand up to be the same. When you think of the original film,
Mm-hmm.
you can name every single one of those people.
Oh, I can
and
tell.
they,
Yeah.
and they match up to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But the girl who plays Gretchen Wieners, which is
Big role.
big role.
So
Big
fetch.
role. Yeah.
So
I could not even tell you what she looks like
Who
from
is it?
this revamp.
Yeah, who is it then?
Bebe Wood.
Bebe.
Bebe. It
just
looks like a
reminds-
bebe.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who any of these people are.
No,
But yeah.
but I got there because I actually thought the person who plays Karen Shetty, who's called Avantika.
Karen Shetty.
Yeah,
Not Karen Smith.
it's Karen Shetty in this one.
It's a different film. Go on.
Yeah.
No,
I thought she completely didn't make the role as, and maybe it's because I'm comparing to the original,
which character is she in the original?
Amanda
sorry?
Seyfried.
Amanda
you,
Seyfried.
thank you. Yeah.
But then I thought, but hold on, I know her more than Gretchen Wieners. I couldn't even tell you what she looked like. I couldn't tell you how she delivered something. I couldn't tell you anything. And I just thought, so you've cast the wrong person there if they can't stand up with the rest of that group. Because in the original, they all have their swan song moments.
She's
but
the
I
funny
can't
because-
remember
right?
it.
I would say at the time, obviously Lindsay Lohan was the famous one of the four,
Yeah. Well, Rachel
And-
McAdams is.
but she is now. I don't think she was that big when it came out.
Probably
I
she
think that
must
was
have
one of the
had
bigger roles. Amanda Seyfried may have even been a bigger role at the time. It was around about the same sort of thing. And
Yeah, but-
Lacey Chabert, who played Gretchen Wieners, I'd seen in loads of like weird teen comedy
Yeah,
type things.
agreed.
So I recognised her more than the other two. But you're right. When you watch that movie, they all come out equal sort of standing of
Absolutely.
they've
They
made
all
that
have
the
their
right.
own-
The plastics are equal.
Yes.
Whereas
All
when
main
I now
characters.
come
Yes.
back to this,
Yeah.
they're not equal.
I'd have to see it now. You've named lots of films I've not seen today, which is
But
unusual.
the thing is, you've got so much to stand up to at that film. Like, if you're going to remake it, surely you've got to remake it to a point where it's either totally different
Well,
or you're matching it. But
to be
just with
fair,
new,
it is,
new
and I
talent.
think that's maybe why I don't like the Karen role.
So it's not based on the same storyline.
I can't explain this without giving everything away.
It might be a modern retelling
Yeah,
in
okay.
that
Yes.
there are some issues with it now that it's 20 odd years down the line.
and it's a musical.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
okay, fine. Fine.
So
So
then,
it's based on the stage show then, rather than the original film.
yeah, that's how they
Yeah,
came
fair
to
enough.
redo
Fine,
it.
fine,
It's the
fine.
stage show, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
they brought that forward.
Okay.
But she just is
Oh.
instantly forgettable, and that is so not Gretchen.
No.
No.
Is her dad still the owner of Toaster Strudel?
Do you know? I can't even remember
Okay.
out of that film.
I wouldn't care. I don't know why that's important. but
Because that's why she's rich in the first film. Because her dad owned
Oh, okay.
Toaster
yeah,
Strudel.
fine, fine.
Yeah.
But you basically get overtaken by the others.
Do they still have
yeah.
Glen Coco in it and stuff? Or not?
You go, Glen
Oh,
Coco.
you guys asked me this last time.
Yeah, there better be Glen Coco in that.
And I can tell you that
There's a whole song about it, I'm pretty sure.
The Janice and what's his name? They're very good in it.
Okay, fine.
They're very
Okay.
good in it.
Fine. I'll have to take your word for it because I've not seen it. But
No. Okay.
based
No,
on you,
I-
based on what you're saying, I'm not going to watch it. So
Well, no, you should still watch these films. I'm still going to watch House of Gucci at some point. So,
that's a good film, though.
well, Mean Girls might be.
5%.
I don't mind Mean Girls,
Okay.
but I think I'm just preferred the first one. But I would easily watch it if it was on and there was nothing else on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a glowing reference.
It's probably,
but-
it's probably because you've watched the first one and this one doesn't match up either.
yeah,
A bit like reading the book first and
Yeah,
having,
exactly.
yeah.
having a
I think that's
preconceived
probably
notion.
part of it.
Exactly that, yeah.
Okay.
Well, my number 2 is it?
Yeah.
Go on, Dom.
Oh, mine is the opposite, where this person, I can't, he ruins the film. That's all I'm going to say.
Is it
Is
a
it-
good film?
I enjoyed it.
Does he have an accent?
He does, but it's not. That's not the problem. That's not the problem in this one.
Okay.
It's just he's not meant for acting, is all I'm going to say. And so 2024,
Right. Okay.
so 15, 2 hour 1, and it's 6.2 out of 10.
So it was released this year. Another one. Good.
Yeah, this didn't go to cinemas.
Just letting everyone know
That's
what
to give
year
you a
it
clue.
is.
Yeah,
If
thanks.
they're listening back from the future. Hello, future people.
this this didn't go to cinema.
It didn't go to the
No,
cinema.
it wasn't released in cinema. It went
Straight
straight,
to
to platform Prime specifically.
Ah.
Is this a very recent one?
I'd
As in
like to say in the last couple of months. Yeah,
Roadhouse.
it is Roadhouse.
I think I've guessed this.
No.
Hold on.
Connor,
Is this person known for something else?
Is it Conor McGregor?
it's Conor McGregor.
As if I guessed that.
I've mentioned this before, but I'm not watching that film again because he's in it.
I love the original Roadhouse.
Yeah, I love the original.
It's
Like,
ridiculous. It's brilliant.
He is an absolute nutter, and that's why they've obviously brought him in. And he's an ex-UFC fighter, and the fact that Dalton in this one is an ex-UFC fighter, he's not an ex-boxer like he was in the original.
Right.
Yeah.
But
He's not Dalton in this, though, is he?
no, that's Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's Jake Gyllenhaal. That's what I thought.
And then you've got some other actors like Billy Magnuson plays Ben Brandt, and the only thing I know him from is one of the Spy Kids movies, and he's only good for that. So he is one of the ones that I don't like, but he's not the main reason that's bad cast. He's badly cast because Ben Brandt, this one, sorry, just because he's meant to be like the son of a mob boss, and I know he's not meant to be incredibly hard and stuff, but he just does not fulfill that role.
Does he just come in with his billionaire's walk on? And
yeah,
does he actually play Conor McGregor? Is he just Conor McGregor playing Conor McGregor?
So Conor McGregor's role is Knox, and he's the hard man that's brought in to beat up Dalton.
Yeah.
Is he the guy that?
And he's the guy that I just don't.
Yeah.
He's coming in as back, and he's got this. Like the accent, I'm not entirely sure why. He could just be Irish in this, and why would it make a difference? Once again,
It's true.
he doesn't need an accent, but they've tried to get him one. He's not an actor for a reason. He's a fighter.
Do you know what? This is quite common.
It feels like Vinnie Jones.
Sports people going into films.
Yeah.
And I know he's
Very
arrogant in real life,
hard.
but in this film, he just hypes it to the point where I don't like him as a character.
Well, I think if it's the same character from the original film, I don't think you're supposed to like him.
No, but to a point where like it's just upset. Like I just don't want him on the screen.
He annoys you
Yeah,
rather than
like
you
they could have
dislike
had
him.
someone else in the film, just a standard big man, just come in bit like. But it's Conor McGregor
Takes
just,
away from the film. Is what
it
you're
does.
saying.
It really does. Like funky accent. He walks around like It just can't act. It's just badly cast. It just ruins the film. Because I think the film would be really good if they got the right actor for it. That is all I can say.
Again, another one I need to watch.
Yeah, I've not seen it, but I think I will not. I think I will not like it because I like the original.
Yeah, I think I could
It
understand
follows
why
pretty much
Conor
the same.
McGregor might be irritating in the role as well.
Yeah.
But then the original character was quite irritating that I think he's playing.
Yeah,
He doesn't speak.
Yeah.
He doesn't really speak in the first film.
He speaks too much in this one.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Goodness me.
In a
Okay,
terrible
all right,
accent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that is my number 2.
Right.
Matthew, you're number 2.
Your number 2, Matthew.
Right, my number 2. I think there are 2 characters miscast here.
Can you preference one?
I can very much
Okay.
so. Yeah. I have not. This is based on a graphic novel. This movie.
And you read that?
No.
Okay.
I remember watching the movie and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it's brilliant. I love it. But I also came out of it thinking, I don't get why they got that actor to play that role or that actress to play that role. Okay, I just didn't really understand why they played those roles.
Both main roles.
Both
main
main
roles.
roles. Absolutely. Both the main 2 lead roles. I did.
And
don't
you still
get it.
loved it?
Yeah, the film's brilliant.
Okay.
Is it?
I think you've seen it.
No, I don't think I have, but
Shall I give you more?
Go on, what year?
but I reckon I can
Go on.
guess it.
Yeah, go on.
Is it Cara Delevingne?
It is Cara Delevingne.
I have not seen this film.
I've seen that film.
And Dane
And
DeHaan. Dane
it's
DeHaan is
very
actually the
good,
one that
that
I don't
film.
like.
That's not the Valerian one, is it?
It is Valerian and the City of
Yeah.
a Thousand Planets.
I've
Nice
not
call,
seen
Jem.
it.
Aren't there meant to be more of those films? As in, there's more books.
There are more. There's loads more graphic
'Cause
novels.
I-
It's a set of graphic
I-
novels.
It's like a Dune.
Yeah,
But it's just, yeah.
But the acting's terrible.
I'm not sure.
Cara
I'm
Delevingne's
not that
not-
bothered
not-
about the acting. I think the problem is that Dane DeHaan is supposed to be. I think he's supposed to be like a Han Solo type character, and
Bit of a maverick.
I don't think he's
It's not
dashingly good looking enough. He looks odd. He's too It's the other way around for some of the other characters.
He's a
I think he's
villain.
too boyish. Yes, he is. He's got a villain's
he's got a
face,
villain's face.
and he's supposed to be this suave maverick,
Okay.
sergeant policeman. And to me, he seems still like sort of a slight kooky nutter from a villain,
is.
from a cat, from a
So
movie.
this is weird. You're kind of telling me watch the film, But you'll think those two are wrong for it.
They are. Cara Delevingne's just a bit of a nothing in it, and I don't think she's the acting. She doesn't do that brilliantly in it. She does the role she needs to, but again, you're supposed to believe that these two characters are sort of slowly falling in love or have this
I was going to
chemistry.
say that doesn't look right from the off.
They don't have a
me.
chemistry. I don't see what she'd see in him. I don't see what he'd see in her.
Agree.
And they're supposed to have this chemistry. The chemistry is not there, and I think the reason is because I think they're both miscast.
Okay.
The film is beautiful. It's brilliant.
So well. That's what I mean. It reminds, like, when I remember watching it, I remember thinking, oh my God, I hope there's another one.
Well, because
it leads on.
It's
to
directed by Luc Besson, and it most reminds me of Fifth Element sort of styling.
Yeah.
It is really good. The storyline's good as well. Like, I would go back and watch that now. So I think the storyline's really good as well. It's like I don't remember it because I saw it at the cinema. I don't really remember it, and it's like a mystery type thrillery thing. So there is an element of that. It's got Clive Owen in it, which is good. He plays some other policeman-y type. Rihanna is in it as well.
I will have to watch that. I will have to rewatch it because I remember
I remember it spiking my interest, but I never saw it. And then I think I heard the reviews were not great about it. But I think that's very similar to what you're saying, is especially people who like the graphic novel were like, it's not that.
Yeah, there's some really cool scenes. There's a scene where they go to a market, but the market doesn't exist on the plane of existence they're in or something.
Yeah, they have to go put their hand.
So they have to put their hand in something to get it's like exists in two different planes
of
reality.
World. Yeah.
That's right. So they're running
like
through this market.
Well, it is
not far off, but not
no.
quite. It does exist, but it doesn't exist where they are.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest, I can't completely remember, but I remember thinking, this is pretty cool. This is an interesting action
They have to go
scene.
get an item or something.
They did. They had to go find some item of some form. And there's a really nice beach with some weird little creatures that look a bit like chinchillas with no hair.
Okay.
It's a good film. It is a good film. Yeah. I agree, and I remember thinking, I hope this leads on to something because it's not a cliffhanger at the end as such, but it's definitely a.
They've opened it up because it's a city of 1,000 planets. It just leaves you open to so much possibilities because there's just loads of different.
So if there's loads of different stories, it would be open for a reboot at some point.
Oh, you could just you
do
don't
it
even have to
again, forget
recast.
about it.
You could forget those two and just do two other characters.
Yeah.
But
What did it get on IMDb?
It got 6.4.
It doesn't do it justice, but yeah.
No, that's what I mean, and I think those main two casting, I just didn't feel they.
If you don't believe the main two cast and love interest,
I'm not keen on Cara Delevingne as an actor, to be fair, but
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So there you go. That's my number 2, Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets.
Okay.
That was called.
My number 2.
Go.
2007.
Oh, my number 1's 2007.
12A.
I think it is.
2 hours 19.
It is.
So
6.3
IMDb. 6.3.
No, we've got the same one. Nice.
I felt special this week.
Yeah, because you had a little pairing.
Because I had a pairing, yeah.
Well, you can feel even more special and tell us your number 1 then. Because we're going to have to come back because it's my number 1.
Are we definite? Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah. I
can
one more clue
why. Just to make sure.
No, I don't want to.
No, I don't think we need to. I think with all of those numbers.
I can understand why Matthew's put that high up.
But 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So my number 1 then, is it? Straight to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So 2017 is this one. PG.
Right.
2 hours 10. 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb.
That's not bad.
There are 2 roles on this one that I think are badly cast.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it ruins this adaptation of a 1991 classic Disney film.
It's a 1991.
You've just got Disney films this week.
It's the
reimaginings.
2 of them, yeah.
So 2 people.
Yeah.
What year was this again?
2017.
But the original was 1991. I'm going to go, was it Aladdin?
No.
Right.
I nearly had someone from Aladdin, but I didn't put them in.
Oh, no. Pete's
Family
Dragon
musical.
was before then.
Family musical.
I like Pete Dragon. He's on that one. So.
Lion King.
No. I can't tell you the
out of them
strapline.
now.
So,
Lady and the Tramp.
No. So the
91. Sorry.
So the roles are it's the main female role that I disagree with the casting of.
Right.
And it's one of the imaginary characters.
It's not is the original 1991 an animation?
It is, yes.
Oh, okay. Imaginary characters. What the hell?
Yellow dress.
Oh, I know.
Beauty and the Beast.
It's the accent again. I've got it. I don't know what it is. Ewan McGregor trying to do a French accent as Lumiere. It's not strong enough. I know. If you're gonna, it's
Maybe
it's
is that
so-
because the original
just-
French accent was so outrageous?
He just dips in and out, and I just don't. If you're gonna remake something, do it as similar as possible to a certain degree. That's how I said. Like I said with Mean Girls, you do it pretty much the same, but just. And then
That's not even acting. It's
No,
voice
menacing.
acting.
there's
It's voice acting.
and then second,
Right.
I just don't agree with Emma Watson.
No,
at
you're
all.
wrong. You're wrong. Emma Watson as Belle is fine.
No, she's
Yeah, I'm
good.
alright with that.
They casted her purely based on looks, but she cannot act. Feel believe she is wooden as well. She has got no emotion.
But then I think
And she's
Belle is
so
wooden.
monotone.
As a character, she's a bit
She
the
is
issue I have with
not.
her is that I don't believe the love part of it, the love interest with her. But I don't think she's bad at being
I
the
don't-
smart ass that nobody likes.
she's very
What,
good at
Hermione
that.
Granger?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, but
But
that's
then,
the difference.
Jeremy,
That's all she can do. That's
isn't
what I
the-
don't think.
Isn't the love element in that film the issue because of the story, not because of necessarily the acting?
Yeah,
No.
doesn't she say something at the end in that film as well about something like, I want to say something about him wearing leather or something like that. There's a phrase that it's not in the early adaptations. Either that or it's something about him being hairy. And
Right.
she says, oh, I wouldn't mind that.
Oh
or
yeah,
something
she does.
like that.
She goes back on that. Yeah, right at the end. Or
At the
something.
very
yeah.
end, which is very not 1991 animation. But yeah,
Right.
I'll let you look that up, Matthew. It'll be
Yeah,
on
you see.
TikTok somewhere. You'll love
Oh,
it.
But for me, I don't think she did that role justice. I absolutely love the original Beauty and the Beast, and I just don't think Ewan McGregor was right as Lumiere. I think they could have got someone. Again, it's just the accent
think
just wasn't
you are
right.
tainted by the outrageous French candelabra that is
Most probably.
Lumiere in the original cartoon, because he is very flamboyant and
Yeah.
probably really bad French
All,
accent.
all of
probably.
the characters, though, in the animated ones are more over the top,
Over the top,
than
absolutely.
than that version.
Apart
But I
from
think-
Belle,
Yeah.
who is just a bit flat. She's flat as well. That's just the nature of the character.
I don't agree with their casting at all. I just don't think she's got any sort of emotion
Was
in
the
her.
Beast Dan Evans? Am I remembering
Yes,
that
that's
right?
Yeah.
Who was really good in the Eurovision film?
Yeah.
As the
with
Russian.
with his terrible accent. Yeah.
Because I don't mind Luke Evans as Gaston. And
No,
Luke
I
Evans
actually
as
think
Gaston's
that's
good.
brilliant.
That
Josh
is very
Gad,
good.
is
Josh Gad
brilliant.
is
Gad.
absolutely brilliant.
They're both very
They're
good in those
very
roles.
well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Emma Watson, Ewan McGregor to me. I won't watch it. I don't want to watch it again. I'd watch the original over and over and over rather than that.
Okay.
But that is my
I'm not
opinion.
too fussed about the original, to be perfectly honest. I think it's fine.
I'll be honest with you. It's not my favourite story.
No, I think
That
it's,
and Sleeping Beauty.
The
Probably my favourite.
newer one, you'd have to wait a little bit longer to show younger kids because it talks
Mm.
basically about the plague and,
Yeah.
you know, it's a bit more
Yeah.
dark, isn't it? But, yeah, I'm indifferent to both of them compared to some Disneys.
Well, there you go. But that is my number one.
That's okay.
so it's my number one and Gem number two. Gem's
Yes.
number two.
That is right.
So you both go now.
Mine. Okay, so
I'll let you take the lead, Matthew.
okay, I'll
'cause I've
start
got
as
another
you've
one.
started a
I've got
bit.
another one in the bag.
So my miscasting.
Have we got the same person? It's interesting.
Well,
we must
there are two, but actually I chose this one because there are two. But I could have chosen one of another. This is one of three films that I could have chosen.
Oh, so you going with the main person?
Yeah,
Are you?
but
One
I'm
of
but I'm
three
also
films.
I think Jeremy's chosen a different character. I think I agree with you.
Yeah.
Because I've put this down as this character, this actor / this actor. I think are wrong for this role.
What year was this? Sorry, can we go through it again for
2007.
everyone? Yeah.
12A, 2 hours 19, 6.3.
Action, adventure, sci-fi.
What kind of sci? I'm trying to
Yeah,
think.
that's it. Delve into that.
Mm-hmm.
Delve into it.
Yeah, what kind of sci-fi? do you think?
Space.
No.
Robots.
Well,
No.
not quite space. There is a tiny space element to
Tiny
it.
space element.
And
Not
there's
robots.
3 films.
There is.
You
This
said
is
3.
This is the
did you
third.
say? Yeah.
No, I said
yeah,
this
yeah.
is the
This
third.
is the third.
But there are
Okay.
more than 3,
Oh, okay.
I,
Sci-fi.
sort of.
no, yeah. You're right. You're right.
Sci-fi. So not superhero.
Yep, superhero.
And this is the third film.
This is the third film, yeah.
It's not a Spider-Man one, is it?
It is, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, because I Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire is
See,
my
that's
issue.
not the character that I have an issue with.
Kirsten Dunst.
No?
No, I reckon Jeremy's is Topher Grace.
Yeah,
That's Eddie
absolutely. That Eddie Brock character is so weak.
Yeah.
And that is so not Venom. Like, he is literally playing that 70s show in that film.
You're right. Topher Grace is too slight in general.
He is a weak person. He is a weak character. You're right. He's
If
got no
Venom went into
backbone, and
him-
then apparently Venom comes into him, and then he just becomes this unbelievable. Like, and I mean that not as in great, as in I don't really believe that he's a villain.
No.
Well, so when we're talking about Venom, the weird goopy space stuff, when it lands on Spider-Man, when Peter Parker, it brings out the qualities that are not good in him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that dance scene. Woo!
Yeah, but it's like when Superman turned into the bad Superman.
Yeah,
that's what it did. So I don't really understand what it's done to Topher Grace's character or Topher Grace in general.
No, that's what I mean.
It just doesn't work, does it? I mean,
he has no flip.
Tom Hardy works.
Oh, and that again, maybe that. But even when I watched it back then, I thought.
Well, I'm trying to remember Spider-Man 3. I mean, I have an issue with the Spider-Man films with Tobey Maguire because I really don't think he's right for Spider-Man.
I don't either. I had him in and I took him out.
But he's really good in
because he's
the recent one.
He's different. He's different. That's why I've taken him out.
But
so looking back, if you look at Tom Holland, but Andrew Garfield wasn't great either.
No, but Andrew Garfield is believable. They've got this.
But Andrew Garfield is good in other stuff.
He is.
Well.
Yeah. Andrew Garfield is good as Spider-Man. I think he's good enough. I think Tom Holland is really good because they've got this weird little cheekiness about them.
Yeah.
This cheeky sort of, I'm Peter Parker, I'm the friendly aimless spider. But
I think he fits the kind of the geeky element of Peter Parker quite well, better than the other two.
What, Tobey Maguire?
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's a drippy kid that gets bullied at school. I really don't think he's right
isn't
for
it.
it.
Peter Parker is?
No, I don't think that is
Gets
Peter
bullied
Parker.
at school.
I think
Well,
Peter
I
Parker
actually
is
think
a weaker person at school.
I think, from my recollections, and maybe the animated series as well, Tobey Maguire is more that. And they reinvented it for Tom Holland more recently, and they've adapted that role, and I think in a better way to make him more normal to start with. Like, you back his corner a bit more. He's just underappreciated, and then this happens. Whereas the Tobey Maguire character, he's full on geek. Like, and some people don't resonate with that as much.
I don't, but he's not.
He doesn't seem
he's
geeky.
not cool enough to be Spider-Man.
Do you know
He
what?
seems
Thank
awkward.
you. That's exactly what it is.
He seems awkward the whole time.
Yeah.
Geeky awkward.
He doesn't seem cool enough to
There's
be Spider-Man.
no cool element of him. Even when he's Spider-Man, you're like that. Oh God, it's one of those idiots in a suit.
Well, and then
I agree with.
When he does the weird dance with his like sort of moppy weird hair that's all greasy, a bit like.
Did we use? Did anyone
good
do that for
example,
when we had the dance scene?
Yeah.
Anyone use that?
No, I didn't. Because I don't like the film. So it's not a favourite dance.
It was an honourable mention, I
it's
think.
a memorable dance scene that I cannot stand because I think it made me hate Tobey Maguire more when he did that bit.
But also, doesn't he play the piano and it comes across like Will Ferrell playing jazz flute?
Yeah.
That's like he kicks a chair across the room or something as well, doesn't he? Yeah. But see, that's it. And when I get to Venom, or Eddie Brock, I should call it, because Venom, as you're right, is the
character,
excess.
Really, yeah.
All I can remember is the bells, like they
oh, that's right, the ringing that causes them to come off
the
him.
metal poles, and they ring it round because that's how they get him out of it. Yeah. But you're right. But for me, Topher Grace doesn't change at all, and he's not right to start with.
No, he doesn't come across as this. He's supposed to be like a news reporter who's hungry for a story as well, right? He's supposed to be,
he comes across as a really weak person who doesn't care and has no backbone. And
if the alien fell into that, he would have killed him.
Yeah,
based on how Venom, how the alien works. Isn't it? Well, mate, a strong character. That's the point.
He goes and finds something stronger. It'd be like, well, this is easy. I'll just go now, right?
I'll just go
be done.
over it.
Yeah.
I'll eat his liver and be done.
But no.
Yeah. So
okay.
Spider-Man 3, and both those characters are my reason.
Cool. Okay.
So what's your number one, Jim?
Yeah.
1997.
Oh, okay.
12A.
Yep.
2 hours 5.
Okay.
Do you want some more?
Is it a superhero film?
It is a superhero film.
Is it a Batman?
It is.
Is it Katie Holmes?
No, it's not. 1997.
Oh, sorry.
George Clooney as Batman.
George Clooney as Batman.
Boop,
right.
boop, boop. I got some points.
Yeah.
See, yeah.
I put.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's awful.
He's just not and the rest. Alicia Silverstone as
Keep going.
Batgirl.
Oh dear, yeah. Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, Chris O'Donnell as the Robin.
Robin.
In fact, he's probably one of the better ones.
I put him and Uma Thurman are okay.
That's what I mean. It feels a bit like they just went,
Bane's
who's
in
the
that one,
most
isn't he?
famous people we can actually get on board here?
So I put he's just not a Batman. I thought Val Kilmer was average, but this Batman is smarmy and ridiculous, and that feels like where the whole film makes its first mistake because they over comedy. Is it over comedy or is it over? They went for
Comic. They
Yeah.
go comic
They
and
lose
not as
the
in
dark
funny.
side, don't they? Yeah.
but they went really.
They did
comic.
lose the dark side. It's very bright coloured.
Yeah,
when I think of
purples
it.
and pinks
It's for the kids kind of thing.
ice
rather
is
than
blue
Yes.
and it's very neon colours and
Poison Ivy with the
sets and you know
That film's got Bane in it.
That's
for
what I said,
goodness
isn't
sakes.
it? Yeah.
Who's
yeah I
a
know with
complete...
Uma Thurman yeah
I mean, it's
Presses a
ridiculous.
bit, like poison pumps something through him, doesn't he?
yeah but I put it's a comedy it comes across as a comedy
Yeah,
rather
I
sort
remember
of.
enjoying that
It's
when I
just
was.
not that funny.
I remember enjoying it.
when you look for the quotes
Was
I
10.
tried to look for something that didn't give it away.
Freeze. Is that one of the quotes? I bet you that's one of the quotes.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
If you'd have said it about the accent, then we wouldn't have got that.
What's his name? Victor Fries.
yeah well yeah Mr. Freeze yeah but it is
You're right.
I
They
think,
did it
right.
for the celebrities in that one,
They
didn't they?
absolutely did.
But they just go away from how dark Batman needs to be.
Mm.
And I think when they...
Clooney's not brooding in that either, is he?
No.
Batman has to be brooding and tortured soul.
when
Yeah.
he's
Well, he
Bruce
is.
Wayne as
Yeah.
well, he's lovable
That's
and
what I
he's all
mean.
those things.
Well,
And
he's
that
George
isn't-
Clooney.
Yeah,
George Clooney's too.
but that's where they started in that film, and then you can't go into the real Batman because of him.
I think there was a clip. I think the bit that sums it up is that there's a quote I can remember from that film where Robin says, "Holy rusted metal Batman,"
Yeah, that's
Oh,
just
my
yeah.
and he says, "What?" And he says, "This metal here, it's got holes in it and it's rusty." And you're like, "Right, you've lost me." You know,
They might as well have put shout outs, pow, kapow,
Yes.
and all that.
Stop
I think-
camping it up
I
quite
think
so
George
much.
Clooney's. You're right. He's too nice. Yeah. He's a nice rich man in that.
He is,
And
he
you need a
is.
bit of grit. Need a bit
You're
of
not
like,
meant. I don't think you're meant to like Bruce Wayne,
Not particularly.
No.
You're right.
but he's like hosting
'cause
galas.
He's a
and
nightmare.
But
He's-
is that the new creation of Batman though? Because the Adam West Batman from the TV shows, he was always pretty suave and sophisticated.
was he?
Yeah, I think so. They used to go to dinners and stuff, and
Oh, he comes across as geeky in that as well.
Yeah.
he does. That's the costume.
to be fair,
But yeah,
that didn't do anyone
but the reason I
justice.
put this in here is because I think they've casted Batman wrong and then tried to play to that actor as opposed to putting somebody in that is good for the film.
Do you know what? I wonder who they cast first for that movie. Do you think Clooney they got first, or do you
Yeah.
think they got Schwarzenegger first?
He was massive at that point. He was where and I think they did it because Val Kilmer just didn't ring, did it?
Well, Val Kilmer as Batman seemed okay.
I agree.
But I think
seemed a
as
bit,
Bruce
yeah.
Wayne, he also seemed too drippy. Another drip.
Yeah, he did seem.
He
to
seemed
be.
a bit too soft. Can't beat Michael Keaton. Love Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne and Batman.
I think yeah, but
That's
then
good, yeah.
and
Michael
Bale,
Bale.
and,
Bale's
pretty
really good.
and Patterson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that one.
Get all of those. I can get those. Yeah.
They're just
Okay.
not happy,
No.
and that's the point, isn't it? You're right. He's had a lot go on.
You're right.
I-
George
I-
Clooney just looks like, yeah, I'm rich.
He's
I'm
having fun.
enjoying
He's
it as
having
well.
fun, yeah.
I think when Batman does it, they are social recluses,
Yeah.
and that's definitely not George Clooney.
I think they just took that Batman series too far at that point.
Yeah, probably.
I almost feel like the first film that was just black and white, then they added a bit of colour for the Penguin, then they added a bit more colour with the Riddler, and then for the third one,
and Two Face at that
yeah.
point.
Two-Face and the Riddler, so they've
Yeah.
added all those colours in, and I think they
And
then
then
thought,
they just
let's
went,
add some more colours, and that's all that happened.
Let's make it neon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Poison Ivy.
Yeah. I
Bane
forgot
and-
Uma
and
Thurman was
Mr.
in that as
Freeze.
Poison Ivy, but yeah, of course she was.
Yeah.
Kiss
But
of
yeah.
death. Kiss of death.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that now.
See, Dominic loved it.
I
Even
did.
though
I
George
was 10.
Clooney, he had lips covered in this, not a balm, what was it? He had like plastic lips so that
He
he
had
could
like,
kiss
yeah.
her.
He had a thick.
She was very
wow,
upset.
you remember that?
Yeah, I do
bit.
remember that bit.
Whoa.
Well, he kissed her and then she was upset because he didn't die. It's because he had plastic covering on his lips. Sneaky. With a wink.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm pleased I picked that one for you. Pick that one for you.
okay, well, let's move on to that then. So, Matthew, you got that for me.
I did. For Dom, I actually thought you might go one of the Pirates of the Caribbean.
No,
I thought you might go with either Keira Knightley or Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom.
Both.
Oh,
You know,
Orlando Bloom in most films.
Kingdom
I
of
could
Heaven. He's
probably
awful one as well.
not the Lord of the Rings though, right? He plays.
No,
do you
I
not think
just
he
don't-
plays?
He's perfect for that.
He
I
is.
think.
He plays an elf
I
very
think
well.
anyone could have done that though.
He's a wet blanket, and he plays it well as Legolas because he's
But I
just
don't think
airy
Legolas
fairy.
is meant to be that wet.
He's an elf.
He's meant to
like
be.
a-
Elves.
He's meant to
elves
be.
are
Yeah, but
odd.
they're meant to be stern,
Elves are
and
just
they're
odd.
meant to not be friendly,
Mm.
which he does naturally. I get that, but I still find him.
Mm.
Yeah, if I could change anything out of those films, it'd be him.
Oh, interesting. So yes, I
not Frodo.
had pirates.
No, I'm
for
all right
Dom.
with that.
No, Frodo's okay.
No.
Who did you have, Dom? For what? For whom?
I had absolutely no idea. I thought I'd seen a lot. I had to search for you guys because I never. I thought you might hate Lex Luthor, Batman, Jesse.
Yeah, it's on my honourable mentions. Actually, two Lex Luthors.
Not
But,
seen the film.
You've not seen it? What Batman? No.
No.
And then Jem, I thought you really don't like the fact that Seth Green is in the Lion King with his because he can't sing
What,
to save
Pumbaa?
his life. Yeah.
Well, I have a whole section here of people that are singers who aren't singers.
Yeah, I've got that.
Russell Crowe,
Russell Crowe.
Pierce Brosnan.
Right.
You know, you got.
Oh gosh, yeah. I know what
Like,
you're talking about now.
It's a musical,
Yeah.
so pick someone who can sing. Yeah,
I
so that
agree.
was in my list on that there as well. But yeah,
Who did Jem have then? Who
I'm
did you
just
have for
not
us?
gonna do it. Well, I picked. I've smashed Dominic.
Did
Right.
you remember it? Did you remember
I
me
put
saying
number 1 Conor McGregor Roadhouse, number 2 Jack Reacher Tom Cruise,
Right.
and then I put or any Keira Knightley film.
it? I
That's
do
my
want
third
to go
guess.
back on that.
No. Matthew, I thought, and I struggled with you on this massively. I know you're not a big Bond fan necessarily,
Bond's alright. I like Bond.
but The World Is Not Enough. Denise
Denise
Richards is
Richards,
meant to be a nuclear weapon expert.
science. Yeah, nuclear scientist. Isn't
Do you know
she?
what her name is?
Oh, yes, I do. Dr. Christmas.
Dr. Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right? Or is it
That's
something Christmas?
unbelievable as well that they couldn't come up with
Better
another
name.
surname.
Who's got a surname like Christmas, eh?
But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know someone called Christmas. Right.
I know multiple people with
Yeah,
Christmas.
well, it's the same family, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Christmas comes once a year. Right. Anyway. We've got to do
Honorable mentions.
round. Well, yeah, okay, we can do it on. I haven't got
Yeah.
many though, and I'm pretty sure Dominic's not got many.
No, I've got another accent. Don Cheadle from Ocean's 11.
Oh, no, I
With his
love him in
British-
that.
with
I
his
quite
British
like.
accent.
Yeah,
I think
it's
he's brilliant
terrible,
in that.
but it's okay.
I think
But
that's...
that's why he's not made it. That's not what's not made it. 'Cause it didn't impact the film enough.
See, I feel that accent is a bit like Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins.
Yeah, you live with it.
You go with it and go, just
Yeah.
go with it. It's rubbish. It's what it is, what it is.
And then I put, I don't know why, but I've never committed to it. Halle Berry in John Wick 3. I just she's not very
comment.
good.
I haven't got that far.
Can't remember.
Exactly.
Yeah, can't remember
She's
her
a
in
big
it.
part of it.
Is she?
She's I saw
She's got the
today.
dogs.
There's a
That's what I'm gonna
spin-off.
say.
There's a spin-off involving her
Well,
based
from
on
that
that.
film. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, it's not good enough.
Is there?
Yeah.
Not good enough in that.
Not good enough. Tom,
No.
she's not good enough.
She's not meant for action. She was good in Gothica. I remember
Okay.
liking her in that.
That's
but
a
yes.
whole different
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, but yeah, I was just saying. But yes.
So Matthew's got a massive list.
Go on,
I've
Quite a
got.
few.
Go on,
Quite a few
I did
honourable
have
mentions.
Orlando Bloom in Troy as well. He's a wet
Oh,
blanket in
okay.
that, and he shouldn't really be. And Andy McDowell in most things, I find as a love interest, is quite. She's so wooden that I do
just think
struggle.
there's something about
Four
her.
weddings. Four weddings is the
Weddings,
one that
I
gets
agree.
me.
Yeah,
I'm not sure most people are chasing after her.
yeah.
No.
I'm not sure that. I'm not
There's
sure
not
I'm
enough
that
of
fussed.
charisma about
Yeah,
her.
I
But
know.
that's why she didn't make the list.
Well,
There you go.
so I had three that I couldn't put in because I've already chosen them as films.
Oh.
Go on.
I've got Maggie Gyllenhaal as in Batman.
Controversial
That's
this.
what I
Dark
said,
Knight.
the love interests. Yeah.
I can't.
Controversial this because a lot of people
I
think
think
that's
Katie
a
Holmes
better.
better.
Oh
No,
yeah, but a lot of
Katie
people think the
Holmes
other
is
way
better.
around.
No,
I'm
I
with you.
agree.
I'm with you.
She doesn't seem like somebody that Christian Bale would want to be into, or Bruce
No.
Wayne would be into.
No.
I don't know what it is.
So I'm with you.
Don't get it.
I actually think Gyllenhaal is worse than.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I had that, but I've already picked The Dark Knight, so I couldn't do that because I wouldn't have picked The Dark Knight Rises for it because I didn't think I was right. Back to the Future 2, Elizabeth Shue replacing the
I had a little bit.
girlfriend. And then I've also got Elizabeth Shue in Karate Kid because I just don't find her as very much of a likable character that I like in those films.
That's fair.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I also got the President from Independence Day, which we mentioned not that long
Bill
ago.
Pullman, yeah.
Hannibal from the A-Team, Liam Neeson. Don't think he works as Hannibal from the A-Team.
Oh, I thought it was really good.
I don't think any of that film works.
What I really like that film.
And then
Get Out.
my
I don't
you really like that film?
I don't know the A-Team.
Oh, love the A-Team.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
maybe that's it.
That just doesn't work.
All I know is Bia Baracus. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's played quite well by the sounds of it from the guy that plays
And
him.
the two that I thought of but then didn't quite make my list because I couldn't really remember the films. Matthew Broderick as Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, it's not Inspector Gadget. I'd have given you that one.
From the
for
cartoon,
sure.
he doesn't look like Inspector Gadget. I don't really remember.
He doesn't sound like him. He doesn't
No.
try and sound like him.
Yeah. So that was one. And then the other one that I had that didn't quite make it because it's not his fault. And I'm not sure it's a miscast, is Will Ferrell in Stranger Than Fiction. I think casting Will Ferrell in that role made me expect something different from the film, which is why I think it was miscast.
Yeah,
I think he's actually good in it, and I think the film's good.
He's playing something different than he normally does.
Yeah, and I think that it's just because of what he normally does that actually made me think that it was slightly miscast.
Yeah, I get that.
There you go. That's my honourable mention.
Do you know I think we're good at as Inspector Gadget? I just thought about it. Adrian Brody. He's got a big nose.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I literally thought about it. As soon as you said it, I was at the face shape. He's spot on. And he's
If
quite
you could put
lanky as
the
well.
accent on.
Adam Driver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one as well. See? He's not good at accents, though.
Adam Driver. No.
Those are two good suggestions.
Come on, guys.
I'll be honest though, I don't think that's getting a reboot because
No, I don't think anyone knows who Inspector Gadget is.
no.
There was more than one
And
film.
if you try,
Who was there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Hold on.
Yeah,
If you try and do Inspector Gadget now, people are being like, "What? Why are you making such terrible gadgets?"
They still
Like,
make cartoons.
Yeah,
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they still make the films. They're on ITV in the morning sometimes.
Okay.
oh,
You're right.
I just
they're
don't
not
think
gonna make another film,
people are like, "We've got James Bond. We're okay."
Yeah, I was about to
Do you
say.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, 2 films. I was right. Sorry, I was just checking.
right, okay.
Thanks, Dom, for live Googling.
Yeah, that's right.
So we'll start with you, Dom. Nice little summary, please.
Oh, got to go back to my sheet. Number 5 was Jack Reacher. Do I need to say the character?
Up to you.
And the badly cast character was Tom Cruise as Jack. Number 4, Snow White and the Huntsman, Chris Hemsworth as a Scotsman. Number 3 was House of Gucci, Jared Leto as Paolo Gucci. Not convincing. Number 2 was Roadhouse, Conor McGregor. Don't do any more acting. And number 1 was Beauty and the Beast, where I don't believe Emma Watson or Ewan McGregor were good enough.
It's love you getting more angry as you're going through your list.
Normally, I get accused of being angry.
Getting cross like that. That's ridiculous. It's worse and worse. Right, my top
Yours,
top
man.
5.
Go for it. Yours,
At
man.
number 5, I had Tom Cruise as Jack Reacher. Number 4, Tom Hanks playing Robert Langdon in the Da Vinci Code. Number 3 was Ewan Griffith playing Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four. Number 2 was Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne playing Valerian and whatever Cara Delevingne's character was called in Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. And my number 1 was Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire and Topher Grace miscast as Spider-Man and Venom.
Okay, so over to me. My number 5 was Breakfast at Tiffany's with Mickey Rooney playing Mr. Yoneyoshi. My number 4 was Jungle Cruise with Jack Whitehall playing McGregor Hooten. Oh, I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, but there you go. Number 3 is Mean Girls, the musical version. And I've gone for, are we saying, I'm going to say it Bebe again, but it's not. Bebe Wood.
It's probably
BB.
Bebe.
BB probably
BB.
makes sense. Gretchen Wieners. My number 2 film, like Matthew, is Spider-Man 3, but I'm definitely sticking to Topher Grace's character. And number 1 is George Clooney playing a terrible Batman in Batman and Robin.
Wasn't it Bebe
There we
in
go.
South Park? Is there a character called Bebe in South Park?
Kick the baby.
No,
No,
just
not
Bebe.
sure. Not sure.
It is. Trust me.
Okay, well, I've made it through this one. I've coughed my way through it quite considerably. Maybe I'm a bit less well than I thought I was. So thank you everyone for bearing with me. And I know when I listen back to this, I'm going to cringe at how croaky I am or anything like that. But as always, if you want to get in touch with us, tell us what we're doing terribly at Top 5 Films That on all of your social media platforms, and still get in any of those anniversary suggestions for the 27th one.
Yep, your very own top 5.
Your own top 5. And we have said we're happy for voice notes, envelopes with your own top 5, and we can read them out at the end or anything like that to make it a bit more memorable. So I suppose that's thank you for listening.
That's thank you from me.
Thank you. See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.